So I kind of broke my cameras on my old phone and I had to get it replaced. I got a new phone from the Apple store today, and I lost majority of the clips of me working on this lately. So here's an update of where we are at and all. I don't know what all I missed or where we're at, to be honest with you, but here's an update. I am not sure if it was in the last video or not, but we got the whole rear end installed again. New subframe bushings, new diff bushings, all new arms. We did a Project Moo brake shoe for the super brakes I will be putting on this car. We also have a body kit for the car now. This little sneak peek. The body kit will be going to paint this week or next week, so I will get an update with the car all together soon, hopefully, and you'll see it all painted soon. I had to get a 2J fan clutch for my fan so I could bolt it to this water pump because it's a 2J water pump. With all the upgrades I was doing to the car, I could not just leave the brakes stock. So I went with a Mark IV Supra caliper and rotor upgrade. That is why I had to get the Project Moo e-brake shoes to run these super brakes and have a functional e-brake. These should give me, I guess, a little bit more stopping power as well. That's one rear side done. Let's get the other side done and move to the front. Let's get these fronts on. I'm not sure how I should route this brake line, so I'm gonna look it up real quick. There's the front. Sheesh. Lockout kit for my rear arms came in. Let's get it installed. Lockout kit is installed. Now we're moving on to the interior, the rest of the manual swap stuff. I will be cutting a little square rectangle out of this part right here so the shifter can sit farther back, because an automatic transmission, I guess, sits lower in the factory chassis, and the chassis is actually different. But I have this piece right here that'll go right up in there, you know. I'll seal it up in there and it'll be good. And that is all wrapped up. We have the center console back in. That fiberglass piece is all sealed in there. I siliconed it in and whatnot. OEM boot, OEM carbon trim, OEM rubber boots inside. 3 pedals. Good to go. I also lost all the footage of me installing all this fuel line right here and this fuel pump relay kit. Radium fuel filter. AN line ran all the way to the front. I really had no clue what I was doing, so I didn't film it either, but I installed these injector dynamics injectors with this radium fuel rail and direct mount regulator. Plumbing the hot side this morning. I had to reroute a coolant feed. It's usually in the stock water neck, but since I went with this extra Raddan water neck, I had to tap and have a fitting welded onto my what would that be? I guess my heater core hose line, and I also deleted the coolant for the oil filter also. So that is done. I just need to bolt these bolts up, tighten these bolts up, and hot side should be good, other than missing the downpipe and stuff, but I'm not going to do that until it is in the car. Shit is looking too good. Sending the kid out to paint. Got the homie coming to pick me up, and we're going to drop it off, and it'll come back and be the same color as my car. Back in the garage today. I realized I'm gonna have to modify my throttle body because this traction control stuff, I needed it out of the way. I have my fuel pressure regulator in the front now, and it gets right in the way of where that is gonna be at. So I have this pipe that I'm gonna chop this off and get this replaced with that. Until then, I'm on the clutch now. I have this Drift Motion Stage 3.5 clutch kit. It's rated for like 650 horsepower apparently. I've already had it before. This is a used one that was in the IS300 I got the R154 out of. And it should be just fine for what I'm doing for now. If I have to replace it later on, so be it. But this is what I'm going to be dealing with for now. And they even got it nice and marked for you, flywheel side. And then that'll be the pressure plate side, obviously. Get this out of the way for right now. Didn't film that part, but release bearing is installed. I kind of got to clean up the floor. And we got to get this motor off the stand so I can get this flywheel installed. I have a new flywheel surface for it, so that'll be brand new as well. That is also a Drift Motion lightweight flywheel. I have new ARP bolts as well for it. These are the old ones that came out of it, but everything should be good for what I'm using it for. You don't have anything to hoist your motors up with? Seatbelt. Seatbelt from a car. I've used this, I don't even know how many times to pull, I don't know how many motors, but it works. I gotta spin the motor around. Pretty sure. Looks like someone's already been back here and did the rear main seal before, but I'm gonna do it again anyways. This worked a while ago for my buddy's rear main. I'm assuming it should work just fine for mine. I've also seen people on YouTube do it like this. Drill a little pilot hole and then use like a little self-tapper, drill it in there and pull out the self-tapper. You'll see. You just don't want to go too deep because you got your crank back there. That's pretty sketchy. Get the bite on there. Let's see if we can just pull it out, you know? Ah, sweet. Yeah, it's gonna fight a little bit. Fuck. I hope I didn't fuck anything up. Ow, fuck. Other than my finger. Come on. Don't fucking start turning. Just fucking pull the fucking seal out. Oh yeah? Let's go. The answer's a longer bolt, guys. Don't be fucking playing with them little baby bolts like I was. Them little baby bolts. I didn't film any of that, but new rear main is on. Nice and hopefully it doesn't leak on me. We'll see though. I am gonna call it a night though. I'll get back to this in the morning, get the clutch on, and hopefully we will be getting the trans on. Hopefully. And then maybe it'll get in the car. We'll see. Alright, I got these ARP flywheel bolts and this drift motion flywheel, and I'm going to be torquing them down to, I believe, 75 foot-pounds. I'm going to start with just hand tightening some of them in there. Send her in. Got those all tightened up. There's some witness marks on them, so we'll know if anything gets loose. If I ever do take this back apart, I have to replace this flywheel surface now. Just take these off. And these are only 6 foot-pounds, which is sketch. But I guess that's what we gotta do. That's the one. I'm not sure if the new Surface comes with new bolts, so I'm kind of trying to be careful with these ones. What the fuck? Are there little bolts behind? What the fuck? This might have to come back off, and that would suck. That would fucking suck. Pretty sure it does. Yep, that almost confirms it right there. This fucking shit has to come back off. I fucking hate my life. I was worried about it not coming with new bolts, but it did, I guess, so that's sweet. Thank you for that, Drift Motion. These go to 6 foot-pounds, and I do not have a torque wrench that goes that low, so we're just gonna have to wing it, you know? Got that all redone. Had to take the flywheel back off because these surface bolts had nuts on the back side of them. So that's taken care of. Everything's torqued down. Now time for the flywheel, or I mean the pressure plate and clutch disc. I almost forgot the pilot bearing as well. Flywheel side. Pressure plates on. Time to get the trans on. Everything all greased up. Nice fresh R154. Gonna try to get it installed. So I took the pressure plate bolts back off, and I put this Allen key under the clutch alignment tool, because it had like, it was trying to pull the, like it was sitting crooked. So I'm just doing this so I can just make sure it stays there while I Loctite and torque these down again, and hopefully the trans will go on, because I was just struggling with that for a little bit and it wasn't going. That's a lot more centered than it was. It was more to the left before, and it also comes in and out way easier than it did. Like, it was kind of hard to pull out before, I'm not gonna lie, but hopefully this goes on way easier now. There it goes. It was getting stuck on this dowel. There's a dowel right here, and it was had to be persuaded on just a little bit. Nothing crazy, but it's on. R154, 1JZ. The homie dropped off my throttle body. As you can see, I barely have any room. They're pretty much touching. They are touching, let's be real. I don't have any room for that traction control stuff that was there. All the coolant line stuff down on the bottom is blocked off as well. Should be good. I'm pretty much ready to throw the motor in, but it's about to pour. Good old Florida. So that'll have to wait. Probably going over everything I've done so far. Basically just painted everything. Radium valve cover fittings. Injector dynamics injectors. Radium fuel rail. Radium fuel pressure regulator. Radium fuel damper. Tomei. Timing belt, cam gear, new cam seals, new front main seal, new fluid damper, polished pulleys right here, Raddan water neck with 16 AN fittings for my coolant on both top and bottom, Tomei turbo kit, the BX8280, Serial 9 engine mounts, resealed everything, cut off all this, made this water port fit for my feed. R154, new clutch, drift motion, shifter relocation that doesn't even relocate my shifter, just made my shifter back to where it was, because I had a 2.5 inch shifter location on it, or relocation on it before. Cube short shifter, Tomei shifter, OEM trans mount, new plugs, oil cap. Nothing too crazy, to be honest with you. The coolant stuff was probably the most extra thing that I did. Everything else was kind of necessary or something that I would have done in the future. In hindsight, I probably would have gone top mount, but I already had this stuff and I'm not gonna let it go to waste or take a loss on it. So if I don't like it, I mean, maybe I'll sell it in the future, but we're gonna try it out for now and see what kind of power we can make. And hopefully it's all good. Where we at, dude? JZ's going in, dude. Sheesh. Fucking hell.
Got it.
Dude, did we fucking get it or what? Yes, sir, we got that shit.
In that one clip, he's just gonna be walking up.
Oh my god. Let's hope I don't have to pull this back out.